Hello, guys. It's a very beautiful evening here in Ghana, and it's another edition or episode of the Total Boxing Show. So today I'm here with my regular panel, Cudjoe, Amedoda, and then Daniel Sowah. We'll be here to talk about a lot of things happening in the world of boxing. See, today we have a lot of things to talk about, like a lot of things. Even when I sent it to the guys, we were like, "Yo, today it's a lot of things." We have Duke Maka in the news. We have Richie Comey also in the news. Patrick Alote, who got suspended, is also back in the news. Emmanuel Navarrete is in the news as well, guys. Dylan White and then Povetsky will be fighting. We'll also talk about them briefly. Canelo, I just smiled, right? Canelo is in the news, and I don't know if the opponents that he's going to fight excites you or doesn't. I mean, my panel will tell me how they feel about it. And then Rejoice. I mean, Rejoice is threatening to leave the fight after signing on live um, Instagram. Now he's saying that he's going to pull out because of the delays being caused by the promoters. We have Ryan Garcia in the news and then Keith Thurman in the news. Guys, I've already spent 1 minute already. We have 1 hour to go. Let me bring in my panel and then we'll take it from there. Amedoda and Cudjoe, Amedoda and Sowah, welcome to KBOX TV.
Thank you, was.
Thank you very much.
All right, like we do regularly, we'll start from the local front and then we'll jump in straight into the international front. I want us to talk briefly about Patrick Alote's suspension being lifted. Now he's back into action. Amedoda, what are your reactions to what the GBA has done for in regards to Patrick Alote's suspension?
Uh, for GBA actions in this manner is in the right direction,
Right.
and that's best for the institution and then best for the boxing as a whole.
Right.
Like it is at some places the punishment will be a bit harder than that because he's been suspended for 6 months or so.
Right.
And what he did was very bad anyway, was very bad because all the boxers they know themselves that when you become a professional boxer, you
Right.
have a license not to fight outside the ring.
Right. Right.
But that thing is something which is happening in Ghana almost every time.
Right.
Our boxers don't regard that rules and things like that, and most of the time too, they go scot free. Most of
Right.
the boxers are doing it. So if it happened that this time GBA struck the road and then try to straight things, I think that is very good. But my advice for Patrick and then the other boxers is they should be very careful with this, because even you might go into street fight and things like that. You might you might end up losing a chance to fight again because it's just a street fight. Somebody can do something and then you will not be able to come back well and then continue to be a boxer. So GBA has done well, and then it should be a lesson to the rest of the boxers.
All right, great. You
Thank
guys
you.
heard from Amedoda. He's saying that the rest of the boxers can take a few from what has happened in Patrick Alote's setback. So, I mean, we all realized that, I mean, what he did was wrong. He apologized. It even became a police case, but at the end of the day, the police let it go. The GBA took their actions. They gave him the 6 month ban, and now it has been lifted. Apart from what Amedoda said, what are kind of the lessons that, I mean, other boxers can take from what has happened?
Okay, I think most of the boxers in Africa will learn from Patrick Alote, because if not for the COVID, I think he would have lost some opportunities, because he recently fought under Golden Boy promotion, which was a good exposure for him.
Right.
You get me? So if just imagine he won that fight and there are other fights to come and he's being banned because of something he could have easily avoided, which boxers are not even supposed to do, then I think it's a lesson to all the Ghanaian boxers. And
Right.
you know, opportunities come but once.
Right.
And if if he's able, if the GBA have given him a bond like this, and COVID have saved him, then I think the bosses behind him, they should learn. They should learn to be able to control their temper, so that they don't miss the opportunities.
Right, great, great. I was very glad that you brought in the Golden Boy promotion, because now the world has become a very a global world because of internet and social media and all that. The opportunity that he got to go fight in the US was a very big platform, and definitely what happened. It was one of the things that those out there also followed the news and they saw. They were kind of a little bit disappointed. But yeah, things like that happen, and I'm very glad that he's able to get his life back in the ring, and we wish him well and see him fight very, very soon. Now, guys, I think that's how we'll end the particular discussion. I wanted to push the letter for the viewers to know the letter that the GBA sent. It was simply recalling him that he can return or resume his training activities, and then now any promoter or his promoter in the name of Kabik Promotions can even put him on a show to fight if boxing returns in Ghana. So we look forward to seeing him return. He's a very fantastic fighter, over 40 plus fights, so the experience and everything is there. So I think he's on his return, and if he's able to get some one or two support, I think he can get to where he wants to get. Now let's jump straight into Richie Comer returning back to the USA. Because of the coronavirus, he was in Ghana. I saw him at the Buko Boxing Arena gym. He trained there with Oluwase, and then some of his friends, fighters, boxers, who also came to help him train and all that. And he says he's on a mission now. He wants to become a two-time world champion. So I'll take it from you. What do you make of this thing that the comment is saying?
Richie Comey is a fantastic fighter. Is really good, and for me, even he being in Ghana wasn't right for him, because right now he has been in the state and it's a whole new atmosphere. And when you look at the boxers in the state, you realize most of them, it's like when you look at the other boxers in the other camp, you realize they're always in the camp, they're always training. Like they take the boxing really serious, like a business. So if you're a boxer and you find yourself around that side, you see the atmosphere also moves you to be more serious and ambitious.
Right.
Like you see, being in Ghana and it's COVID, it's vacation, everybody's having fun. It wasn't a good atmosphere for him, especially coming from that loss from Lopez. So I think going back is really good for him, and he can have a full, he can have a winning, he can get his winning mentality back, focus on this next fighting. Definitely, he will be a world champion again.
All right, great. Amedoda, Richie Comey, looking at the white lightweight division now, what do you think are his chances?
Yeah, Richard Comey is so confidential, believing that he can become a world champion again. Yeah. And most of us believe that, because he's taking training serious and things like that. But being in Ghana for some time now, due to COVID, it is something which is not good in his career, because for now, due to COVID, we don't even take the ranking very serious, and then that weight is piled with a whole lot of strong guys over there. So if you don't put yourself in a higher ranking, it will be very difficult for you to get a chance and then fight a world title. So as he's ambitious to become world champion again, then he's supposed to be there in US, close to his promotion team, so that he get fight in time and then get a chance to get ranked high and then get a title fight. Right. I believe strongly that like he's in US throughout the COVID, like by now that they started taking some minor bouts, he might be he might have that chance to be part of those early fights, I believe. So it's good for him to go back, and then we believe him he can make it.
If he were to be in the US with boxing returning under very strict conditions and rules, and not allowing people to travel in and all that, I'm sure he would have had the opportunity to face one of the title holders. maybe fight Teofimo Lopez in the rematch, because you know they were finding it difficult for them to bring Vasily Lomachenko over in somewhere around July in there. Maybe if you were there, I think you got the opportunity to fight him. What do you think?
Really, it's true. He might get a chance to fight because they have some class of fights that they know that, oh, this fight we can do it during this time that they are not allowing, because of COVID, they are not allowing the spectators to troop into the arena. He might be one of the, that fight might be one of the good fights to happen around the time. Because the same thing is happening to, what's the name? Game Boy. Game Boy is about losing the chance because of he's not there in US, so that they will arrange things in time just because of the COVID. So it's good that he get a chance, get a chance and then move out now. So we are praying for him that he might be able to get a chance to fight.
Looking at looking at the division now, you have Teofimo Lopez, the IBF. He's having the IBF. Excuse me, he's having the IBF title. We have Kevin Henry having the WBC title. We have 2 titles with Lomachenko. That's the WBA and then the WBO. Looking at the division now, all right, we have new entrants. We have people like Luke Campbell also in there already. We have Ryan Garcia there. We'll talk about their fights also very soon. Looking at these guys in the division now, including our own Game Boy table. I mean, what do you think Richard Commey's chances? Like, I just want to get your view too on that. His chances on regaining the title again, because he left Ghana with the mission that he's going to become a 2 times world champion. What do you think are his chances now?
Right now, to be honest, you see, the 135 we are talking about is full of big talents. Like, the boxers there are really good. And if you ask me of the chances of Richard Commey, I wouldn't even know what to say. Even though I might try to push him there, it's really difficult. But you see, some of the guys at 135, by all means, some of them will be dethroned. And those people that are going to be dethroned are so powerful. So you see, they will be dethroned and they will come back. So what I wish Commey would do is, I wish maybe he will relax, study the division really well, study the fighters there, get their weak point, work on it over time. Whilst they are fighting themselves in big fights, you stay, you work on yourself, like take your time, work on their weaknesses. And when you come, you take them by storm. I think that's the only thing that can bring him back to winning a world title. So he being a 2-time world champion, it could take about 2 or 3 years. If I will be honest with the viewers and with Richard Commey himself, he has to take his time, study the game, let them fight, let the big guys fight, let Lopez, Loma, Devieni, Luke Campbell, let them enjoy themselves, let them fight. And while they are fighting, they will be exposing themselves. And those with confidence too, once they lose, their confidence will come down. So once all these things are happening and they are losing their confidence, you being at the back, looking at the way they fight, looking at their weaknesses and getting them whilst their winning mentality is low, you can make a comeback and be a 2-world champion. But if you should rush and get into a big fight with them, I tell you, his career is going to end very soon.
I mean, I see Amedoda like laughing on the side of the cheek. I don't know which one exactly is laughing at. Is it that taking his time to get into it, or I mean, what is it that is making you smile at Sowah's suggestion?
Well, I'm just siding with Sowah anyway. I'm siding with him, and then the thing is, waiting will not help. So for me, if he can be so strategized to come down or move up, I think that would be a bit better, because the young guys over there now, and then this guy Commey is over 30 years, and the guys that are very strong over there now, they are about 22 to 25 thereabout, and then they have the name. They are coming from strong gyms and things like that, and then they are having the backing, you see, and all these things are disadvantage for Commey. So if he will be there among these guys and then be strongly believing that he can become a champion, I also doubt anyway. But if it's me,
Okay.
I would like him to work his way up or down, and then he can make it over there.
You would like for him to work his way up. Now let's come down. Let's come down and then we'll go up. Okay, I'll come down and we'll go up. Coming down, we have Los Santa Cruz. We have Shakur is now coming to that division 2 now, right? So we have Shakur over there. And then going up, super lightweight. Who are the guys there? I mean, it's up and then down, my brother. It is all packed with some fantastic talent.
Exactly.
Daniel, I want to hear. I want to hear your.
The only thing for Richard coming now is to take his time, create some hype for himself, beating some people down. They're calling for fight, like they're calling the big boys, but in a way, it's just for the hype, like just telling them, I'm here. By next 2-3 years, I tell you, Loma like this, Loma may come down. His confidence will drop. Apart from his confidence dropping to, he might be scared to take big fight. You see, with boxing is about strong mentality. Apart from the strong mentality, to the weak science comes. So if I'm behind and I'm looking at the way people are fighting, you see, you ask yourself, why does Mayweather doesn't? You see, Mayweather doesn't want to take fights in recent times. If you are bringing him a good opponent who is younger, he won't take it because he has realized most of the boys have studied the way he fights. So he won't take a very competitive fight. He rather take people like what's his name, the UFC boy. McGregor. We'll take McGregor, go to Korea, go fight some MMA guys. You get me? Because he knows that, you see, with boxing is time and people can study you and beat you.
Right.
People can study your moves and beat you. And he has realized that it can't be faster like he is. So it will take lesser fight or won't fight anymore. So if Komi is listening to us, I tell you, if he should rush and go for a fight right now, he's going to lose again, especially with the big boys there. If he should try for a world title shot, it will soon be good for him. So what he must do now is he must work on cashing out for the last time, because it's cashing out as of now is at stake. So what he can do now is beat some guys, maybe after Ryan Garcia beats Luke Campbell, he waits, then get Luke Campbell, beat Luke Campbell. You see, you prepare yourself. So within 1 or 2 years, you've been able to gather some confidence, like there's a hype around you. You go into the fight, you pick maybe someone like Lomachenko, who is slowing down, who I know by 2 years to come won't be the Lomachenko we know, because the young boys are going to beat him. You get into a fight with him like this, you make some good money, because the price will be good. You make some good money and you can retire. Because apart from that, other than that, if he should go into a fight right now, I think he should be packing his things to come back to Ghana. Because I don't know what he can do now at 135. I don't know. He lost to Lopez in just some few rounds. I think round 1 or round 2. That's when he lost. And you know, it's pathetic for someone like Richard Comey, who has been in the game for long. And you see, he should have we expected, even if he's going to lose to Lopez, we expected it to go to the distance, maybe 12 rounds of action. Then the guy wins by unanimous decision or something. But you see what happened in the fight. He lost in a bad way. So he should take his time, learn, and come back strong.
All right, guys. If you're just joining us on YouTube, thank you. Make sure to subscribe to KBOXtv on YouTube. It's KBOXtv, one word, just like on Facebook, KBOXtv. We're also streaming live on Twitter with my guys, Cudjoe, Amedoda, and then Daniel Sowah. We're here on every Thursday to discuss what's happening in the world of boxing. It's a total boxing show. And so, yeah, make sure to give us a subscription and a thumbs up. And anything that you would like for us to talk about, and or if you want to also share your make a suggestion, you can do that in the comment section. We'll pick it up and then we'll also discuss it. We are big and we are all sharing our opinions, like Cudjoe and Sowah and myself. We all agree that it is our opinions. So you can also join or share your opinions or suggestions. We'll read them once we get them and we see them here. So if you are watching us on Facebook, make sure to jump onto our YouTube and then type KBOXtv and then subscribe to our page. So guys, the guy you're talking about is the guy in your shirt. Richie Comey. He's made his trip from Ghana to the New York. I mean, because of the coronavirus, he wasn't able to, go, but he was training in Ghana all this while. Finally, he's been able to leave and is gone. We are going to talk about some few things, but in the meanwhile, the next topic for discussion is the fight, or one thing that Ghanaians are very excited about, the fight with, including the Ghanaian boxer Duke Micah. All right, so Duke Micah is in the news, so we'll talk about him briefly. I'm waiting for my guys to hop back on, and then we'll take it from there. All right, so guys, another good news that has happened to Ghana boxing is that one guy that every Ghanaian was looking up to get a chance to fight the world title has finally got the shot. He's none other than our own brother Duke Micah. He's going to face the WBO bantamweight champion Casemiro for the title. That's Casemiro's first defense after defeating Zolani Tete in the UK for the title. So it's a pretty, very good news for every Ghanaian and anybody who loves boxing in Ghana, because Duke Micah is one of the guys that was predicted many years ago that he will become a world champion. Finally, it looks like his dreams are going to happen. So, with you here, Sowah, let me ask you briefly. What do you think about this opportunity that has come for our Ghanaian brother?
I think it's a great opportunity, and like you said, we've all been waiting for this for so long.
Yeah,
Duke Micah is one of the finest boxers we have in Ghana.
yeah,
and like when you look at Duke Micah,
yeah,
you realize you will say is a future of boxing. But you see, sometimes when the support doesn't come and the support goes one way, it makes the fans don't get opportunity to see the kind of talent or the person that is going to take Ghana boxing to the next level.
right.
I'm so happy that he has finally got a title shot. And Kofi, I can promise you on today's show that Duke Micah is going to win by knockout.
Great.
He's going to win by knockout, either round 5 or round 6. I'm telling you this, because you see, when you talk about people like Duke Micah, I think the president must also even pay the Ghana president Akufo-Addo. You should pay attention to this boy and support him, because this is a disciplined boxer.
Yeah.
This is someone, when you look at him, his body language even tells you that he's ready to go far.
Right.
It's someone who you see and you realize he's ready to listen, and his record speaks for him. This is not someone that we are trying to cook or push him up there. Someone that is not even ready. This is the guy that is going to take Ghana boxing to the next level. So if the president is listening, you see, it's been a while we won African Cup of Nations or World Cup, and this guy, the kind of things he's going to do abroad there, I'm telling you, if the president should even spend that kind of money, half of the money they spend on the footballers on Duke Micah, people will vote for him and even give him an additional term when he doesn't even deserve it. Because this guy will bring glory to Ghana.
Great.
So the president, they should focus on
it. We are bringing the government into this thing, because they've supported football so much. And so if another boxer, or let's say the only sport that has won Ghana like lots of laurels, which is boxing, if they get that kind of support, I feel like the Ghanaian boxers go far. And Amedoda, I'm sorry when you saw the news that Duke Micah was going to fight Casemiro for the world title. It was something that, as a boxing fan, you were very excited about. What went through your mind, and what are you expecting on the fight now?
Yeah, that's a very good news. And then, in fact, it happened once again. As sometimes chances in boxing are in a way that you not expect it, because as at now, we were not expecting Duke Micah to get a world title chance now because of some little things. That we were not expecting it, but Casemiro is supposed to fight Naoya Inoue, and then but that fight, the arrangement of the fight was not being well, so the fight didn't come on. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Duke Micah got a chance to fight Casimiro. And Duke Micah is a very, very experienced in the ring.
Right.
He's very, very experienced in the ring, especially at amateur side. The things that this guy.
Let me just say this briefly. I mean, Duke Micah is a guy in your shot. I mean, for the few people who might not see him or might not know him, he's the one we're talking about now, Duke Micah. I mean, Amedoda, I can go on with your submission.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who hold the mantle at the in the Black Bombers then, and then this guy was doing very, very well. You see, he was doing very, very well. But sometimes it's because I don't know, because of how our big men don't push the young ones to go on and then spend kind of money that they're supposed to spend on them. They don't do it. That is why most of the time things are slow. Things are slow in our movement, because this guy is supposed to get to the world stage and fight world title for so long now, because his colleagues that they fought during the amateur level, most of them are fighting world title and then winning world champions and things like that. So it delayed a bit for Duke to get to this challenge. He suffered on the way, moving from Ghana to US, staying US, find it very difficult to get a promotion team, management, and things like that. In fact, they had a very hard toll on him, and then but he's still holding his head high on the waters, fighting till now. And then so far he never lose a fight. So I know Duke Micah, he's a very good boxer, and then he has the skills, the talent, everything. So Casimiro is in trouble. He will take the title from Casimiro, I believe, strongly.
All right. So guys, I mean, I've had two Ghanaians on the show, and they are all backing their Ghanaian brother, and I think it's just a natural thing that we all back our brother Duke Micah on the show. But you know what?
With Duke Micah, it's not just natural. This guy is very, very good. Okay. You see, if the president, if the big men in the country that wants glory for the country has spent money on Duke Micah, I tell you, it would have been the biggest thing in boxing outside Ghana and around the world. Because this guy is very good.
Right.
It's really, really, really good. So we are not just sitting down as Ghanaians backing him, but it's a kind of talent that, like Amedoda said, getting a promoter and all that has become a problem for him. Right. And you see, if the president is putting money in this, you see, winning a world title in boxing is just like winning a World Cup.
Right.
You get me? So this is the kind of mentality that we have to push to the big men. You get me? You are not sitting back as Ghanaians trying to support Black Stars when they are not playing good football. We are supporting someone who can do it. Someone who will go and bring glory to Ghana, which taxpayers' money must be used to push that person. So they must listen and support the guy, because you don't leave talent that will bring glory to the country. You just neglect them and be putting money somewhere else where we know they are not performing, and we put all the money there. It's wrong. Even if you don't love boxing, this guy is good. He can do it. He will bring glory to the country. So everybody must support him, because he's good at what he's doing.
Great. I mean, I like the way you've spoken. You've spoken patriotically, and you've also spoken to as a boxing fan. And I'm very excited. I mean, these are the things that we expect the government to do for the boxers. Already, the promoters are doing their bit. The managers are doing their bit. GBA is trying it's possible best. But we will need the government weighing in to make sure the guys are able to achieve and then make their dream bigger. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy that Duke Micah will be going to fight. He's a former light fly world champion, a former flyweight world champion, and now he's the bantamweight world champion. So he's a 3 divisions world champion. I mean, he's a very solid contender. And one thing that he did last year was to dethrone the African brother who was Zolani Tete, who was having the title in Birmingham in UK, to take his title from him. And then he was expected to fight in Norway, like Amedoda said. But I'm sure because of the travel restrictions, that fight has been called off, and now he's going to face or get a tune-up fight. And the tune-up fight, they've unfortunately given him a person who is not a tune-up. They've given him car. They've given him a car to come and fight him. And so the power we are talking about is Steve Micah. Sometimes we don't know. See, let me just take you guys back. It's just like when they took Manu Plan to Singapore to go fight, yeah. Then Das Marinas was a very solid contender. I'm not saying he's not now, but at that time he was the IBO bantamweight champion. And then they took us there as if like we were going to be walked over. And after that night, the whole started screaming Chile Bade, Chile Bade, Chile Bade. It's exactly the same thing that I see happening when John Ray Casimiro faced our car, and our car is Duke Micah. And so it's one fight I'm really looking forward to. And like you guys have already said, it's knockout. I want to just get the how do you call it, feedback from the people who are also watching online right now that Duke Micah is fighting John Ray Casimiro. What do you guys think about the fight? Comment in the comment section, and then before we leave here, we'll pick it up and then we'll let the people know what you also say. So guys, that's what's happening in the name or in the front of in Ghana. Duke Micah having the opportunity. We also have Aparikolete, who's also back from suspension, and then Richard Comey going back to the US to go fight. Let me say this thing briefly. In the world, in Africa, what's happening is that Tanzania were able to promote a show last weekend. It was a very brilliant fight. This has gone to let us know that if we want to do a pay-per-view, it is possible. See, the fight went on. It was broadcasted on Azan TV. You needed to download it to watch on your phone. Without downloading the app, there was no way for you to watch. It wasn't even on live TV for the Tanzania to watch. So to tell you that if you want to do pay-per-view, my brothers, it's possible. What do you think about this? I mean, Sowah?
I think it's really good, and COVID has been a blessing, because if Tanzania has been able to do it, I think the other African countries that really support boxing, like you talk about countries like Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, it's eye-opening. And for instance, I've been talking about, you see, for boxing to be so strong like football, I think the boxers locally must even be rich. They must make money. Or you see, when you make money, you become attractive. Money make people attractive. And when you become attractive, you attract fans to come and watch you. So if this pay-per-view thing has happened in Tanzania, and it's an African country that I don't even see them really as a boxing country. But you have to download something before you are able to watch the fight. It's a step in the right direction. And I think countries like Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, they should see this as a confirmation. It is done. It is done. So they should start it up and start selling. You can sell fight as low as 1 city, 2 cities. We just need a start, and the start has already happened. So we should just follow and upgrade it.
Amedoda, boxing has returned in Tanzania. What are your people in Ghana waiting for?
In fact, the stakeholders in Ghana boxing, some of them should start burying their head in shame. Why am I saying this? Last the whole stakeholders meeting and things like that, and then from under the meeting they say that they are going to petition the president to give them relief for the boxing to start in Ghana. And after that, nobody know the kind of message that they sent to the president, who were the delegate to the president. And then when the president come to give news about how the situation is with COVID and then the relief and things like that, he never mentioned boxing. That means the people, what they said at the meeting, they didn't go there. They didn't go there. So if that is what is happening. So why is it so? Why is it so? Why are they not able to petition the president, for the president to come out, even to say yes or no, at least for we the boxing loving fans to hear something from there? Okay, if Tanzania is able to push things and then start boxing or whatever, you see, then what is Ghana doing? And boxing, in fact, I am so surprised that we'll be waiting for the president to come out and tell and say that, the restriction of boxing is over. Why so? Because all the chances are there. How many people supposed to stage boxing? How many people supposed to enter arena and stage boxing for the boxing to come out on TV or whatever for people to watch? If we are talking about COVID is about many people gathering together to generate something. But this is the case that boxing can be staged in arena whereby about 20 people can be there and take care of everything. But there's a release on the churches that they can go to church and do a church service for about 100 people. You can go to a funeral about 100 people. So why is boxing? What are they doing over there? What at all are they doing that they cannot even come out and then do something about boxing? What I don't understand. So some of the big men over there, the president and those that are having position, they should start thinking. They should start thinking and thinking again. If somebody did not come on to say something or get hold of something, we will not do anything. We cannot do anything. And even after the restriction of COVID, still we will be like, we will even be worse than before. So the people over there, they should think about it again.
All right, great. I like
to send a message to the GBA secretary. I think, you see, before you had him on the show, I didn't like what the GBA was doing or whatever was happening there. But you see, after listening to that man, Kofi, I tell you, he's a very smart man. You see, he's very intelligent. He's an intelligent person, very, very intelligent. So what I sit down now as a fan, as a boxing fan, and what I'm observing now is that it's like the people are not supporting him. Everything is on him. Or you see, when he was on the show, the questions we asked him, he answered them really well. And what the answers he gave, you could see some of them, like you can see the realities, that there were realities on the ground. He was not lying about them.
Right.
But what I can say now is that, you see, he's a very intelligent person. He shouldn't wait for people. He shouldn't wait for the whole group to come. I think he should do things. He should do things on his own. You see, because he knows how to talk. So since he knows how to talk, boxing is just about talking. Get into these insurance companies. Get into these car dealers. Tell them you are going to organize fight. You give them the opportunity to sell their insurance policies. You tell them you get to advertise. You see, it's someone when you see him and he comes to tell you that let's go and do business. You follow him. So I think it should start doing it. You shouldn't wait for people like Amedoda is saying. You shouldn't wait for the president to come and do something for us. It should start because he's a very smart man.
All right, guys, you just heard it from our panel. I mean, Sowah, Daniel, Amedoda. They're my regular panel on the show on every Thursday. They are the Total Boxing Show regular panel, and I'm here with them every Thursday discussing what's happening in the world of boxing. And if you are a first time watching the show, I'll make sure kindly give us a like on Facebook and then subscribe to our KBOXtv channel on YouTube. So that anytime that, and make sure you click the notification bell so that anytime that we go live, you'll be able to, you wouldn't miss the opportunity but watch us live. We're going straight into the world, and like you know, there are a lot of things happening in the world of boxing, and this is one of the things happening in the world of boxing. Emmanuel Navarrete is now going to fight Villa. What has happened, I'm going to talk to you about it very, very soon. And what has happened is that Jesse Magdaleno refused to sign the contract. Amedoda, why do you think Magdaleno, who says or has always wanted the opportunity to become a world champion again, will refuse to sign the contract to face Emmanuel Navarrete?
Yeah, Magdaleno with his team are also talking about money. That is one thing that they base it on. But to me, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond what it is. You see, these two guys under one umbrella, okay?
Yeah.
And then they are it's controlling affairs around the table. Right. And you know, these guys, these two guys are all favorite for Bobarum because he know what he can get around them in terms of money making. So, as I saw this thing from the beginning that Navarrete is going to face Magdaleno, first of all, I say, why? Why should Navarrete face Magdaleno now? Because if Navarrete and Magdaleno fight now, Bobarum is going to drop one side because the winner will lack following, and these two guys have followers that Bobarum is gaining from. So I was like, no, is this a dream or not? So that is why immediately the news started coming that somebody don't want to fight. Madalino don't want to fight now. Madalino don't want to fight now because of money. Then I say, oh no, Bobarum is at it again. So it's a work that he's doing, and then after that, you know how to arrange fight and then still be getting from the two guys. That is what I'm thinking strongly.
Okay, all right. So I mean, Cudjoe, Daniel. Cudjoe is saying that he thinks it's not about money. For you, what do you think it is?
You see, Kofi, if you recall last week, when I saw the price of the fight, I complained. I told you this kind of money is too low. And see, I'm not surprised Madalino is even. I expected Navarrete to be doing what Madalino is doing. But you see, how can you pay these two big guys? They fight on the price of $250,000. I mean, now these are big fighters. These are boys that will make you get money. And you see what they are doing, the kind of excitement they are giving to the boxing fans. You can't pay them peanuts. And I'll tell you, I'll congratulate Jesse Madalino for pulling out of the fight. But you see, we must take boxing serious. We must take boxing serious. I mean, even if there's COVID, you need, as a promoter, you need brains. Don't let COVID tell you I can't make money or COVID should restrict me. How long has COVID been there? COVID has been there for more than 6 months.
Right.
And if you are going to say because COVID has been there for 6 months, you can't develop strategies of making money, then you have a problem. Because a promoter, your core job is to make sure the fight goes everywhere and for the fighters to make money. So you just can't bring. I mean, I was expecting this to happen earlier on, and I'm happy it has happened because you can't take boys. These boys are putting their life on the line to entertain us, and for me, I think they should make money because you see, when he's done with boxing, I don't know if you know this guy Jeffrey. His name is Jeffrey or something. He's a UK guy. He fought. He has been paralyzed till now under Frank Warren and Don King. And you see, that guy was a very good fighter. He fought and he was paralyzed. Up to now, he's still paralyzed. And there's nothing. There's no money to support him. Today, Don King would like to do a fight. Frank Warren is still doing a fight. And this is what we are talking about. You see, when people put their life on the line to make you happy, you also must make sure you pay them something good. That's why they are top-notch boxers. Jesse Madalino is a top-notch boxer. Navarrete is a top. Navarrete is the kind of guy I look up to because I really like the guy. He gives everything in the ring, humble person in and outside the ring. So you see, you can't pay them chicken change. People like Bob Baron must be kicked out of boxing because their brains are weak now. You see, when you look at people like Bob Baron, all the money he made money because of Don King. Don King changed the game and he benefited from it. And here Falcon, they did their best to take him out. And same thing they are doing with Amon. So this kind of people, the boxers must oppose them. Boxers must fight them to be paid well because you can't take their life for a joke. I mean, how do you pay them $250,000? Because even me in Ghana, if I should start promotion in Ghana and I have top-notch boxers, I don't think $250,000 is, Bob Marom has the money and he has the capacity of making the fight bigger than that $150,000. You get me? So it's slipping on them. And these people, how long are they going to fight? How long are they going to be on the limelight? So these are the kind of things boxers must oppose. When you get there, you are giving good fight and you are known worldwide. You must be paid well.
From our panel, and like we heard, I think they have all agreed on the fact that partially agreed on the fact that it's because of money. But I felt like Magdaleno, all right, should have fought or still agreed to face Navarrete, especially because it's an opportunity to become a world champion. It's not something that comes like easily for everybody. I mean, it's very difficult. People have been in the line for a very long time, even before Shakur left the division, right? Magdaleno and then Navarrete are new entrants, but some way, somehow, they've been able to find themselves in the number 1 and the number 2 spot. Before they came into the rankings, there were people there with the rankings that were queuing to take it. But it never happened for them. So that's why I was saying that I understand that it money-wise should have gone well, but I feel like at the same time, Magdaleno was a little scared of the person he's going to face to fight the title, because I don't see Magdaleno running away from, like, say, a journeyman opponent.
Yeah. Kofi, what I would like to tell you is, you see, when you look at people like Magdaleno, they fought, they've been there. They are not afraid of big fights, because you see, when they enter the ring, they want to give you entertainment. And you see, if someone is willing to give you entertainment, someone, you see, you must forget about the world title shot that Bob Arumdins are doing, because you see, they'll come and tell you, oh, I'll give you a world title shot, and because of that, you can't even think straight. It's wrong. You see, the only is, oh, I want to be a world champ. What if you go and they beat you? Okay. What if Magdaleno goes and they beat him right now? His name will drop, and your name dropping in COVID time like this without making good money. I mean, how are you going to bounce back? And what are you going to eat when you go after COVID?
So I saw the performance of Rafael Rivera against Magdaleno against Rafael. I mean, Amedoda, I'm sure you also saw the fight. Looking at his performance now, looking at Magdaleno's performance, come on, we've seen Magdaleno fight big opponents and all that. Look at the performance now. Do you think it is the reason? I just wanted to the money. I just wanted to find out, Amedoda, do you think it is the reason? The money is the reason, or the opponent?
As for the opponent, I don't think so. Magdaleno is a big guy, and then he's in boxing. He can't, because of the opponent, and he will refuse to fight. No. Then he's not ready for boxing. He can't do that. Magdaleno is bigger than that. But the money is a problem. But I know that it's a plan for Bob Arum to work things, because when you get to that division now, when you call Magdaleno, Navarrete, and then maybe some two guys, Colin and the other guy, those guys, they are the only strong guys there now. And then Magdaleno don't have problem fighting any of them. But to me, I believe that it's a work for Bob Arum to make sure that these two guys, Navarrete and Magdaleno, are in the level that he can work with them and then gain from them at any time. Because if this fight, he didn't get this fight to fight now, his next two fights, he will land another chance to fight world title. So if he put the 2-2 in a ring now, and then one drop, it will be a big drop for him that he will not make the more money that he can make on the on both of them at the same time. You understand? So that is how I am seeing it. It's a calculated something for Bob Arum, as he's been doing all the time.
It's a calculated thing. Okay, all right, great. Let me jump. Our time is almost gone, so let me jump right into the next topic. So for us to discuss real quick, and that's the fight that everybody has opened their mouth, asking questions. Why is this fight happening? Of all the people that Canelo can choose to fight, he decided to fight Emile Kaleuzi. Man, people are asking a lot of questions in the world of boxing. I mean, let me go straight to Sowah, and then let me get what he will say about it, and then from there, I think we'll take it from there. Sowah, of all the people Canelo can fight, he decided to go for Kaleuzi.
For me, I would say it's a big shame to the promoters of boxing today. So you see, they are trying to tell us that what Don King did, they can only eat from it, but they can't upgrade it or take it to the next level. Right. It's a very big shame. Or you see, the whole Golden Boy promotion, this is the face of boxing today.
Right.
This guy is the face of, and you see, Kofi, when they say you are the face of something, like a worldwide sport, that means you can make millions, you can amass wealth.
Right.
And it's an opportunity for Golden Boy promotion to put Canelo with GGG, Canelo with Chalo. Like, give us a very good fight, and people will pay for the pay-per-view.
Right.
So for you to set an example for the other promoters to say like, oh yes, if the face of boxing has been able to do it, then we can also do it. I don't see why you go and pick this kind of guy for Canelo to fight. It's all wrong. Of all the boxes, that Canelo can fight. The outstanding fight people are calling Canelo. Even Chris Eubank is calling him. A lot of big names are calling Canelo. You give this guy, you give. You know, you see, this is why I'll keep missing Donkin. Because Donkin won't do it.
Right.
Donkin will put the two great guys together to entertain the boxing fans.
Right. You know, before Canelo went in to go take the title was with Alvarez. He was stripped of the title because he was not able to make the weight. And as soon as WBO posted on their social media handles that they've given a go ahead for Canelo to fight Emile Kaleuzi, he also took to his social media to say that what fight would you rather watch? Because he himself, Alvarez, has been trying to get to fight Canelo, but Canelo has always been running away. Or I think for let's say lack of better words, let me just say he's been trying to run away. And so as soon as the fight came or the fight was announced, this is what David Benavidez said. He said, what fight would you rather watch? Is it the Canelo versus Yodrin fight or the Canelo versus Benavidez fight? I mean, Amedoda, what fight are you willing to watch or were you expecting to see?
Ivan, for Canelo for some time now. Canelo, if it's not because of the Mexico following, Canelo, I don't think. No, he's not been fighting any better opponent for some long time now. Every day, you see, all the time, the chances to fight people that he's fighting, if you look at it, you ask yourself, but this guy is very strong guy, have all the chances to do it. That is why sometimes I find it very difficult to believe that Golden Boy is promoting this guy, because as Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya was a boxer. He fight any strong fighter that come in front of him. He been fighting he's the guy who fought all the strong guys around welterweight then, you see. And then if you have the chance now to promote a boxer, a strong boxer, young guy like Canelo, and then you'll be choosing some fights that people will ask, how Canelo, what kind of fight is this? Boxers are ready to fight Canelo, but Canelo don't want to fight them. I don't know.
Right.
The same thing happened when he was about to fight this guy, GGG. GGG, who I myself, I don't believe anyway, but Canelo don't want to fight. He relinquished the WBC then, and then said that he's not ready for that fight. And then went and fought some guys, American, and all these guys. Shallow got the chance to fight this thing, Canelo. Because of that, Canelo relinquished that title again. You see? And then Benavidez, he's just a laughing stock anyway. Because you can't understand. The column that you are not fighting the people over there. When you see that there's a chance somewhere, then you jump up and then calm down. You went and fought this Russian guy who was Kovalev, who was old. You see, who is old. You went because the chance is there for you to beat him. You went and you beat him, and then you came back. Shallow is here having the WBC. Come and fight him. Then you realize that, hey, Benavidez, who was calling you for a long time now, you don't want to fight him. And then due to indiscipline, this guy also lost the title on table. Then you jump there, going to fight somebody. I don't know. It's a laughing stock. I don't know. Canelo is not happy. He's not helping himself, and the Golden Boy is not helping Canelo. It's a laughing stock.
See, you know what? When Benavidez was having the title, right? He called Canelo many times. Like it wasn't once. It wasn't
so many times. Yes.
I mean, see the Charlo brothers, like you mentioned, Sowah, they are there. And the middleweight time. I mean, we all we heard was he has just jumped to go fight Kovalev. And now, when the guy was calling you when he was having the title, you never went forward. As soon as they took the title from him, no, you think you're going to fight for the title.
These are the kind of Canelo. These are the kind of people that are killing boxing business. You see, this is the opportunity for you to make money. This is the opportunity for your promotion to also make money. You see, you set record. Right. When Don King came in the 80s and was able to make a $10 million fight. I mean, Kofi, if Don King did that in this year, it would have been like a $3 billion pairs fight.
Oh, I agree, because he's done it before.
He's done it before. So you see, these are the kind of things the promotions must start doing now. You see, you can't. Kofi, I don't even know what to say. It's
no, let me say this one for you. See, as soon as the WBC posted this and this, they received a lot of bashing. And then look at what Mauricio Suleiman said. He said that because Canelo is a franchise champion, he gets anything that he wants. So anybody that he chooses, he will. I mean, what is happening with the WBC? One of the very prestigious.
You see, that is Kofi. That's where I have problem with WBC with that kind of franchise bullshit for some time now, because you don't understand. Somebody they will just flash the franchise for somebody, and then the person don't want to fight somebody. Is that franchise where the franchise from? Is he on the super middleweight? The franchise that he got, is he on super middleweight? What are they telling us? No, it doesn't make sense.
In as much we have problems with boxing in Africa, I think around the world today there are problems. Look at what Champions League is doing. Look at the number of people watching Champions League. So Champions League is bigger than the World Cup today. People like they kind of vibe around it.
People are watching it like crazy.
People are watching Champions League, and the WBCs and those things are just like the Champions League, while the Olympics is like the World Cup. You get what I'm saying? So if we have people like Suleiman as president, you see what they did with Wilder. It took a long time before they gave him a competitive fight, and they are doing this thing. They are killing boxing for us. They are really killing boxing for us.
See how long Wilder held the title, and look at how many times Dillian Whyte has become a mandatory challenger for 2 years.
Yeah, more than 2 years.
No, I think we'll have to just take one day and come here and discuss the flashing body. You can talk about it. But anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is Canelo's next opponent. He's a techie guy, a very, very good boxer, according to our own Canelo. Expecting to fight him very soon. But unfortunately, the zone, like I think I have to add it, the zone are also not willing to approve the fight. Because they think Canelo is a very strong opponent. But we know how this thing goes. It goes back and forth, and we'll see whether finally it would go through or not. Now, let's talk of what is happening this weekend, which is this fight coming up. We have Dillian Whyte facing Povetkin, a very, very massive card. We have Pearson also facing Ketitela. We have the South African boxer who has the WBO global welterweight title, that's Luther Clay, also fighting Congo. I mean, it's a very packed card, and the biggest one on the card is the Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin, Russia versus UK on that card. And another thing that WBC has done is to put a WBC diamond title on the line. Don't forget, it was already an interim title because Wilder was defending his title, but the WBC has put another diamond title as part of the title being competed for. I mean, Amedoda is laughing, so let me come to you. So, I mean, what do you think about expectations?
No. You said it. You said it already. Daniel, go on.
Okay, you see, this fight, Dillian Whyte has been so confident with the fight. He feels he's already won the fight. Then, you see, when I sit back and I look at what is happening, Alexander might take him by surprise. Because you see, that Alexander guy we are talking about is a very strong guy. And when you want to beat Alexander, you must be a technical boxer. You must be someone who applies the sweet science of boxing. But you see, before Joshua was able to beat that guy, he had to learn with what's his name? One of the UK boxers. They took time. They studied the way the guy fights. And you see, when you watch his fight with AJ, you realize everything they spoke about, what they learned. AJ applied it, and AJ was able to win the fight. I don't see Dillian Whyte being too tactical in this fight. He will just go. He will just be throwing his power punch, his left. A strong left. And you see, when you are going to fight like this and you feel too comfortable, you are going to fight a guy that can take punches, a guy that is a warrior. He doesn't fear anything. and he can punch as well. You must be careful. Well, I think he has been overconfident throughout the time because of his mandatory with Wilder and Fury. His focus has been there too much, forgetting that he has a big fight against Amedoda, who is a very good opponent. And if you don't take it and Amedoda is able to beat you, it destroys most of the things that you are looking at now. So instead of him focusing, he's taking Amedoda, he thinks he will work with Amedoda. And I'm telling you, Amedoda might knock him out. He might knock him out. But if he goes the distance, you know Matchroom will do on this. Right. They will give it to him.
Let's give credit to, Dillian Whyte for first of all accepting this challenge. See, we've seen a lot of boxers taking cheeky opponents in this COVID-19, just taking up to fight to still maintain the position that they have. But he's been very courageous and very, brave to take on a very solid Russian tank, Alexander Povetkin. So I would want to first of all give him a lot of credit for the fight. Amedoda, what are your expectations on Saturday night?
Yeah, first of all, that bill is a very strong bill, and then it's saying a whole lot of things. If in this time, COVID time, and then this promotion is able to put together the bill like this, then that means boxing still we can make it. Forget about the COVID or whatever, we can still make it if only the plans are well. But I feel sorry for Dillian Whyte because of what WBC was doing for some time now with this guy. Well, Dillian Whyte is not that skillful boxer, somebody who work. I know he's from kickboxing, and then those guys who came from kickboxing came with one mentality, one direction. So, if as he got a chance as a silver title WBC holder for some long time now, waiting to fight the champion who was worlder then, and in fact, everything is messed up. And then WBC was tossing this guy till now. It might have some effect on the guy. Yeah, it might have some effect on the guy because he's not a pure tactical boxer. He's a kickboxing guy who goes straight forward for knockout and things like that. So, like the chance came. He got a chance to fight the main WBC world title, and then you are tossing him throughout. Sometimes they say you should go and fight this one before, go and do this, go and fight this old guy from Cuba, and then the guy also saying that no, he's not ready for that fight and things like that, and go through all these things before come down to accept to fight Povetkin. Povetkin is a very good boxer, even though he's old now anyway, but he's a very good boxer. That if Dillian Whyte did not take care, he might be laughing at the wrong side of his mouth. And all these things might be lying on the head of WBC, who says Suleiman. Yeah, he's the cause of all this. Yeah, he's killing boxing.
All right, guys. It's been a very exciting show. I wanted to talk about the Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell fight, which is also coming on. I also wanted to get your comments on the Roy Jones. Also, I know trying to ask for some kind of delay money.
I think that one is interesting. The Roy Jones issue is really interesting. If you see when you look at Roy Jones and you look at Mike Tyson, they are going to give a good fight. These people, you see, they know that people will pay to come and watch them. And I realize that these promoters wants to make more money. He knows after this fight, he's going back to his life, zero life. Millions will not be coming like millions. If he gets sports ball money here and there, but if the millions is there, and he has realized that these people also use another 2 months to make more millions out of him, he's a smart man. He has realized that money will come. So sort me out, or else I won't fight. And you see, if he says to will fight, all the money that you have taken, you have to return it. The money you are looking at making, that money won't also come.
Right.
So he's a very smart. He knows he's a money-making machine. Tyson is also a money-making machine. It's not just Tyson that is bringing the money. He's also going to bring something on board. So if he threatens to walk out, they are going to bring. They will call him and sort him out, give him something additional $1 million or $2 million, which can do something good for him. So it's a smart thing he's doing.
All right, then Amedoda, I'll let you end the show with Keith Thurman also calling, saying that Crawford should send a contract so that he will even sign it on live Instagram for the fight to happen before Christmas. I mean, what would you say to that, and then before we end the show?
Thurman don't deserve that. Where from him? He don't deserve title fight from Crawford now. No. He should go and line up. If he line up and then he's able to come forward, he can get it. The time that he was holding the title, then people were begging him to fight him. Did he give them the chance? They should bring contract. Which contract? He should go and fight for silver title. If he get the silver title, then he come forward.
All right, great.
Kofi, Thelma is a big boy. He's a very good boy. If Amedoda is talking like this, I don't know why he should be talking like this. Thelma deserves it. Crawford, who has Crawford fought? You see, these are the kind of questions you have to ask Amedoda. Who has Crawford fought? Crawford has been criticized all his boxing life. Everybody is criticizing Crawford for not fighting good opponent, dodging big fight and all that. Everybody is calling him because, you see, when there's someone at the top and he doesn't deserve to be at the top, and we are there, and we look at him and we go like, I call the crowd top, and the top he did safe. How did he even get there when he give him this thing? We will not say we get that, we go do wonders. Everybody will call you up to disgrace you. And that's what he has been avoiding. Crawford has been avoiding big fights. If he should face Thelma will beat him. Kofi, me, I can bet on it. My predictions are wild. I tell you, Kofi.
Okay.
My predictions are wild.
Okay. And then I end it. Let me get your comment and I end the show.
Which big opponent beat Crawford and Thelma will beat Crawford? Which big opponent beat Crawford? Which big opponent beat Crawford? Thelma is not a big guy.
Guys, our time is
Crawford. Now go and read about Crawford very well. He's not. He started from somewhere and then he landed.
Undisputed champion.
Undisputed my foot.
Okay, all right. Let's put it there. Amedoda, Crawford versus, Thurman. Is it a fight that you'll be willing to see?
You see, he will be willing to see. That's why he has frozen. He would like to see.
Is it a fight you'll be willing to see?
Oh yeah, Crawford Thurman, it might be a very good fight, but Thurman will lose that fight anyhow, no matter what, because Crawford is very tactical and very. In fact, Crawford is very good. Thurman cannot fight Crawford and win. Right. And then with his sickness, no.
Okay, all right, guys. This is where we end the show. It's another episode. We've done almost an hour and 7 minutes. We want to say a very big thank you for sticking and staying with us. We want to take some few comments coming in from our viewers on Facebook and then YouTube, and then we end it. Ibrahim Baba said KBOXtv to the world. Thank you. We have Dennis Tego saying that God bless you guys. You guys do all. And he's saying that Richard Comey will definitely become a 2-time world champion. And he also added that Comey's chance is very high, and no doubt that he'll become a world champion. A 2-time world champion. From our friends on YouTube, they are also saying that guys, looks like he's taking too many punches to the face. I'm sure he was talking about Richard Comey when we were talking about Richard Comey. And then Real Ghana Boxing also tuned in and saying, I respect that, salute. Thank you also for tuning in, guys, at Real Ghana Boxing. And from a boxer I know personally, Sammy, he's saying that really liking the way you guys are talking. Really liking the way you guys are. I don't get it right, but he's saying Duke is going to bring the title to Ghana. All right, so that's a boxer himself. He's called a shaman. He says the leaders are not trying for Ghana boxing. It's just going way down. But we hope that things will change for him. He's speaking not just like from a fan perspective, but from a boxer perspective. So I think I'll kind of sympathize with him, and then we hope that things can get better, especially Ghana boxing can get better, and these are guys to be able to go exhibit their talents out there. From my friend Ndokato and San, he said, "Nice show, guys. Thank you also for tuning in." You know what? It's been an amazing Thursday night. When I see you guys on the show, I'm excited because I know you guys are going to bring some different kind of fire. I hope to see you guys here again, God willing, next week, Thursday, and then we'll see what's going to happen in between the time that we'll be away. And those are the issues that will pick them up and come here, God willing, Thursday to discuss. We wish Michael the very best in camp and training. We'll try and see whether we can also get him on the show to talk to him ahead of his preparations and his tactics and his plans as he goes to face Casemiro in September. God willing, tomorrow I'll be here with Jacob Dixon again, because we tried Wednesday and it was the show wasn't great because of the internet. I'm hoping that the internet will be great going tomorrow, and so we can get that out of the way. On behalf of all the viewers, we'd like to say a very big thank you to Sowah and then to Amedoda for always making time to join us here. We hope to catch you guys, God willing, next week, like I said. Have a very good night, and may God bless you guys all.
God bless you too.
Thank you very much.